To whomever it may concern, hi, my name is Haley Jones, and I am the anchor of this presentation about science and technology and how it affects American history. Today, I will be presenting 8 different inventions from a timeline, and hopefully you learn lots today, because I love science and technology. Thanks for tuning in. My first invention is the invention of the submarine. Let's check it out. The first submarine was invented by David Bushnell and his brother Ezra in the fall of 1776. Although many had tried before, Bushnell was the first to ever invent a successful submarine, or one that could fully submerge and rise again. His invention was called the Turtle. Bushnell was challenged because his vessel had to submerge, go back and forth, and then rise again, all while being supported by human operators. The Turtle was the first submarine to dive, surface, and be used in naval combat. This invention led us to hundreds of years of advances and led us to the submarine that we know and use today. The second invention was by Benjamin Franklin, who invented the bifocals. In 1784, he described his invention as double spectacles. Franklin wrote to his opposition and made a request to have his long-distance glasses and his short-distance glasses sliced in half and structured together, with his long-distance glasses on top and his reading glasses on the bottom. Since the invention, billions of people have improved their lives through the use of bifocals. This invention led to the evolution that has peaked with modern-day glasses that have 3 or more varying degrees of convex glass, all within one lens. Thanks, Ben. The next invention was by a man named Eli Whitney in 1794. Known as the cotton gin, this machine revolutionized the production of cotton by greatly speeding up the process by removing seeds from cotton fibers. Cotton was an ideal crop, easily grown and non-perishable, but it contained seeds that required intensive labor to remove, which this machine did perfectly. This invention transformed America's economy, causing cotton to be sold cheaper, making it America's #1 export by the mid-1900s. The next invention was by a man named James Finley in 1810 with his suspension bridge, the first ever of its time. Finley was county commissioner of Fayette County, and with his job he was confronted with many problems, a majority of them being requests for roads and bridges to make travel easier between destinations. After years of testing designs, Finley finally got approval of his bridge. This bridge stood out to be much stronger than the common wood bridge of the time. James Finley's suspension bridge was an innovation that opened many doors to architects of the future. The fifth invention was by a man named Henry Blair in 1834. He was one of the first black men to file a patent in the United States. He invented the corn planter, which allowed farmers to plant their corn much faster and with much less labor. The corn planter, a simple yet ingenious machine, was moved by a horse. It planted the corn as rapidly as a horse can plow over the ground. Inventions like this and the cotton mill saved time, money, and labor, changing America's economy forever. The next invention was by a man named Louis Hassett in 1849, who invented the gas mask. This was a device that allowed breathing through a mouthpiece or nose, inhaled air through a filter, then a vent to exhale air back into the atmosphere. This excluded smoke and particles from being inhaled. 2 years later, this mask was added to the U.S. military. The mask was then used in World War I. Next comes William Jenney, who in 1885 built the world's very first skyscraper in Chicago, Illinois. His building was known as the Home Insurance Company Building, which was supported by an internal frame or skeleton of iron and steel, and ended up being 10 stories tall. Jenney was the first architect to adapt the wind-bracing aspect of skyscrapers. His techniques inspired many architects and engineers around the world. There are now 639 skyscrapers currently in the United States. Thanks, Jenney. The final invention was by Garrett Morgan in 1914, where he put up the world's first electric traffic signal in Cleveland, Ohio. Before the first traffic light, navigating America's streets was chaotic, with bicycles, streetcars, horses, and pedestrians all competing with each other. Programmed like today's, conflicting signals were impossible. To Mr. Braden and to whoever else this may concern, thank you for watching my historical timeline and the rest of the video. Thank you for enjoying with me what I love, which is science and technology, like the submarine, the bifocals, the cotton gin, the first suspension bridge, the corn planter, the gas mask, the first skyscraper, and the first electric traffic light. I hope now that this will help you correlate science and technology with history, because everything correlates with science and technology, and I love it, and I found a way to enjoy it with history. Thanks for watching.